Hello? Hello, hello! Testing, testing, ha ha ha. I am going to turn myself up a little bit. Testing. Testing. Ba ba ba. Up a little bit more. Okay. Alright. Hi! It's me! It's your boy! It's Tangled, it's me! I'm big! Look! Grab you. I don't want to shake the camera. I would if I could. But I'm gonna... Hello! Hi, it's Sang Time. Well, firstly, Royal Wildfire, thank you so much for subscribing with Prime for 41 months. That's like 41 babies. That's how math works. We're back at the circus, baby. We are. I hate to be so like, hey, you know what's popular and relevant right now? Let me, do something a little popular and relevant right now. I hate to be all that, but legitimately, I'm just not the kind of person who gets interested in a lot of things like right away. And for some reason, the digital circus is just up my alley. Like not so much that it's like an obsession, but like just enough that it's like, it's like reading the funny papers in the back of the newspaper, the comics, and you see one that you're like, oh, I recognize that one. Yeah, you look forward to it. It's not your favorite comic of all time, but it's like, you see it and you're like, I look forward to it. Today, as the stream, title and whatnot might indicate, today's an art stream after several days of lawyer game. And you actually caught me, you caught 3 of us, in the middle of something very intimate. And, I should turn myself up a click. I will turn myself up a little. But, yes. Today will be an art stream, but before that, I will, really quickly, be discussing, how my week has been. It's been good. Anyway, moving on to, the digital circus, I will turn the circus music down a little bit and turn myself up, a touch. Oh my god, wait, guys, they were having a moment? They were having a moment, and we totally just interrupted. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed. My friend bought a plush for Gummy Goo. That's the thing, chat. That's the thing that's so fucking genius about this show is that like everyone is designed after like a toy. So guess what you could commodify into merchandise, bitch? It's the characters. And for some reason, actually the way Ragatha looks, it's like really dopey. I don't know if it's a hunt. Like actually, the way most of the toys look, the dolls, they're really strange. But I think the ones that are like less humanoid, like Gangle and Kinger and Gummy Goo, I think they actually look the best because their proportions seem like, you know, proper. Meanwhile, you have Ragatha and Jax who are human shaped as character designs, and they just kind of look weird to me. Like they look like they've been like compressed. They've been like, you know, all draked, if you know what I mean. You already got your Kinger pin and plush? I am so tempted to buy Gummy Goo plush, but I must resist. Listen, $30 plushes are tempting, and they knew what the fuck they were doing by releasing those plushes. But I gotta say, the Gummy Goo plush and the Gummy Goo keychain, delicious. Anyway, I like the accordion in the song because it matches the romantic Italian dinner that's happening here. Anyway, we are in fact going to be watching a little bit of the Digital Circus episode 2 because, you know, some people haven't watched it, and if you want to, I spent like almost $50 on that. Emily has to keep wearing the Kinger crown of Kinger's biggest fan, so I got God's like me when a bad king tells me what to do. Yes, sir. In the last week, I've been hyperfixating on Epic the musical. Epic the what is Epic? Is that the? For some reason, I thought that was the scrapped Disney Pixar movie, the Gigantic. That is not. But anyway, Digital Circus episode 2 already has what fucking 30 million views. Damn. Well, anyway, it's a really cool musical adaptation of the Odyssey. Nice. Oh, you know what? That's why it's called Epic. Good. Anyway, so we will be in fact watching the Digital Circus episode 2. It's less of a live reaction because I've already watched it, so I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is not my like, oh my god, oh, the twists and turns. But I think I'll be showing it to you guys not only to review, you know, as like we're like a little book club and we review our material, but also to just, you know, have as backgrounds for, you know, goodbye YouTube, for when we draw certain men like this. Don't ask me why I keep drawing men like oiled up and naked in Digital Circus. It just that's the baseline of the like, you know, the body, and we're just going from there. Okay, you know. Anyway, I made sure to put his gummy plush in there because he's in peak physical form here. But anyway, yeah. Let's watch. I just spent 2 Horus. Was that intentional? Discussing Greek mythology. Damn. Autism to autism communication. I do think the effects in the beginning are really cool. Like, for some reason, I feel like my biggest problems with this show is, would you like to make one from Princess Luli? You can't see it, but there's a folder over here that says number 7, Kinger, number 8, Gummy Goo, number 9, Luli la li luli luli. So yes, I guess I'll be making 2 per episode or something. He definitely reminds me of someone. I wonder. Gummy Daddy? If let me finish my sentence, guys. If there's anything that I will generally critique Digital Circus for, I feel like it'll be for its writing, because I think in general its art direction, its animation, its storyboarding, its music, its voice acting, pretty solid. Like, honestly, like the last episode and this episode have solidified that like they're working with some good talent, and the only thing that I will, you know, have reservations about is some of the writing, and you will see in this scene right here, like a slight issue I will bring up.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Obama? Wearing like a crocodile. Yes.
No, no, no! Kate! Somebody help me! Please!
They actually tortured Lizzie Freeman with tar and feathers in the recording studio to get this authentic voice recording.
Looks like our new friend's already abstracted.
Well, I guess we're not all cut out for it.
Someone commented on Twitter that Ragatha sounds really hot here, and I agree. They know what they're doing.
I don't even remember her name, honestly.
Okay. Firstly, we saw that scene. So I remember watching this for the first time and thinking that was really really obvious, if that makes sense. I mean, obviously you're doing a show, don't tell in this situation. Pomni's having a nightmare about abstraction. She's afraid her friends are gonna leave her and forget her, etc. But my first impressions of this scene, I do love the Gmod collision there, and it makes for excellent foreshadowing. Also, I like this scene later in hindsight because of what it sets up and what it you know pays off at the end. But I remember watching this scene for the first time and thinking, I feel like there was a more creative way you could depict a feeling that Pomni would have that's like that. And I don't know, like, this isn't like a this show did something bad criticism. It's just one of those things where, like, I see an execution and I think, oh, that's like the simplest, most like if most direct show don't tell you can do, if that makes sense. And that's all I just remember thinking of this. She's in her room.
Hey, Pomni, how'd you sleep? Are you still sleeping? I'll let you get back to it if you are. There she is. Hope you're doing all right. I know yesterday was a bit of a doozy.
A doozy.
Oh, and don't worry about the whole abandoning me for the exit thing. It's perfectly understandable what you were going through at the time, and there's no hard feelings. You're all good. Well, let's forget about all that. Kane's got a new adventure today, and judging by what he's been teasing, it seems like it's gonna be a fun one.
Today's adventure is Candy Carrier Chaos! That's right. The Candy Canyon Kingdom's been robbed of their most valuable resource, maple syrup! It's up to you to bring the rotten bandits who stole it to sweet, buttery justice.
An entire kingdom of candy sounds sticky.
Very sticky indeed.
Sounds.
Bubble, you can't say that.
For some reason, I think the best comedy that works with Bubble and Kane are the really understated. Rags checking up on her wifey. I get the feeling a lot with my writing back in creative writing class, so I understand Sangle.
Nope.
Silver, wait! I'm testing out a new AI in this one!
I also like that there's no explanation as to why Zubul has a different design this episode. It's just like an outfit that they're wearing that they're like, you know, they just like pop something off and put it back on. Like that's just
It should be
that's just their
57
mood.
times more immersive!
Ooh, a new AI. You don't want to mess with the new AI, Zuby?
Yeah, no.
Thanks, Zubul, for your contribution
Sounds
to this
fun.
episode.
What do you think, Pomni?
So, our entire existence here is just LARPing.
Well,
Why are you all just standing there? The Candy Canyon Kingdom needs you now!
I like the if I may say, I like the delivery of Kane when he's like stuttering like that. I don't think it's a I don't want to Rick and Morty invented stuttering, but like something naturalistic about that kind of dialogue. He like Smiling Friends also does that?
No thanks, I'm trying to quit.
Good line.
Wow, Kinger, check out this castle. It's amazing.
They've even got little candy bugs here. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, this
Kinger's
place is
bug
great.
obsession isn't just a fandom thing, to my surprise.
Ah, you must be the brave knight sent to us by God.
I can't believe they hired a British person and an Australian I mean not they didn't hire British. But I like that the voices for this episode are distinctly like British and Australian.
Help us with our recent catastrophe. That's us, ma'am. Your
Also,
kingdom's awesome, by the way.
I am slightly disappointed that
What's the
you know
vibe?
what? I shouldn't spoil.
I like
Let's
you
just watch the
already. Look, Palmy, we're already friends with the princess.
I'm not a child. You don't have to hype me up.
I assume
line.
you've been informed of your mission. The bandits that robbed us use a modded syrup tanker, so we figured the best way to go head-to-head with them is to give you a war rig of your own.
War. What is it good?
Ooh, violence.
What time period is this supposed to be again?
Here's the key back into the kingdom for when you've secured the goods. I trust you not to let it fall into the wrong hands. You can count on me, Your Highness. Oh, please, call me Lou. Will do, Lou.
I call shotgun. Oh God, is that the horn? Ugh, that sucks. Gangle, you drive.
Hooray! Gaggle has
Farewell,
relevance.
good knights. I have every faith in you.
I like the gag of using generic placeholder models for the NPCs. I mean, it's a nice gag, and it's also literally like an animation saver. So good for them.
Do you think your mum's gonna pull through if we get all this back to the village?
I'm sure she
His
will.
mum.
This much syrup would save hundreds of people.
We won't know for sure until we get back to the village. She's a fighter, though. She taught me everything I know.
Call me Gator.
Oi! Don't get too comfy, lads. Looks like they've sent someone after us.
All right, Gangle. When we catch up to them, I'll jump over, crawl inside, and shoot them repeatedly until they're unrecognizable.
I feel like that violates some kind of convention.
You're violating my ears with your clapback. Get driving, driver.
Ew, he said
No,
clap
come
back.
I'm sure
Ew.
there's some way you could help out
Ew.
Maybe when we catch up to
People
them,
were
we
right.
Be assertive. Like this.
Jax!
That's an Ice Age
Perfect.
bit.
Just hold that pose. I gotta get something. You know, I swear there was some kind of bazooka back here, but I'm having such trouble finding it.
Pomni, take this!
Kinger, thank
There
you
it
for
is.
helping.
All right, Pomni, you just stay like that, and I'll cross over.
Are you kidding me?
Nice going, Pomni. Now I have no bridge.
Aha! Gotcha! The arms aren't long enough.
This lot's trouble. Let's see how that rig does on those rocks round there.
Pizza Tower
Short enough to
references.
shift the gear.
I actually didn't know it was a Pizza Tower reference. I thought it was just like Wario.
Ooh, now we're cooking. Hey, Ribbons, up and at 'em.
I don't think we...
Aren't you supposed to be submissive and agreeable? Move it!
Apparently, that was a joke on people making Gangle in the fandom seem submissive and breedable, which I did not get when I watched it the first time, because I saw people like freaking out about that line. I was like, what's the fucking joke with the line? Apparently, he says submissive and agreeable, but there is something else that they might have connotated. So, you know.
Oh, these fellas just don't know when to quit, do they? Hey, quit mucking about and get back up here!
Mucking about.
Oh, yeah, right.
I like the big guy.
Everyone all right?
Can you repeat the question?
I love the
couldn't
gag
hear
that
you over the
Ragatha
knives.
and Knives
Hey,
just
gang.
find each other.
You should ram into him.
What? You should not ram them. Tommy's still on board.
Oh my
Do
god,
it,
they
it'll be
touched.
epic.
I'm kidding.
So many knives back here.
Do it, or I'll tell Ragatha about the figurine thing.
These guys are whack jobs. Let's give him some of this.
Oh, no more ramming? Guess I have to tell Ragatha about the thing now.
Oh, you're still up here.
Party, take this!
Thank you, Kinger.
Hey, Kinger, is that rope attached to anything?
I don't know. Let me check.
I blame you for this.
I remember being so confused at the framing of that scene because they should. I was like, if they're falling, they should be like swept off the throne. You guys get the teapots? I don't know if I get the teapots. I think someone needs to explain that to me.
Lads?
You guys get it? He's a crocodile Dundee.
Anyone?
I'm gonna make him fucking... Whistleblower? What? I think it being an Alice in Wonderland reference is pretty... I think that's, you know, that's there. I can see that. But I think the teapots is just like, when I heard about it happening, I'm like, what? Ready to get existential. For me personally, this scene didn't do much because this isn't a novel concept to me, but I think it's, you know, the animation and the framing and the music is
Huh?
Where are we? What's all this?
I don't know. We're somewhere under the map, I think.
Map? Why aren't you or any of your crew up here?
I'm not sure. Because we're not, NPCs?
NPCs, what are you on about? What are you people?
What are you people?
What am I? Where's Mum?
You have a mom?
Shouldn't she be here with everyone else? I can't even remember her face.
Okay, that
Did she
part.
ever have a face?
Good
Was
writing.
anything ever real?
Okay, wait, don't think about that. I think there must be a way to launch ourselves back up, right?
I want you to tell me exactly what I am.
trying to figure out what I can do with the other leg.
Ooh, is everybody okay? No.
Yeah, that'll work.
Oh man, poor Pomni. I hope she's all right.
Poor
Poor
girlfriend.
Pomni. How about poor
Poor
us?
boyfriend.
We're one tanker away from being Augustus Gloop.
What's that? Do my eyes deceive me? A delicious gift from within the kingdom gates?
It's always just like a
Don't
big guy.
mind if I do.
Whoa, buddy! You're not food, we're not candy, we're none of that! You don't want to eat us!
Oh, you're not candy? How am I expected to eat something that's not made of candy? I'm sorry.
Pomni always seems to miss the big gloopy monsters.
Good
Who are
idea.
you, anyway?
I mean, good
I
option.
am the Fudge. I used to live within the kingdom walls, but I was banished by that rotten princess after I ate too many of the delicious townfolk. Oh, they were so delicious. Sometimes I can hear them calling to me.
Oh, God. That just sounds like murder.
Is it really murder if it's delicious? Answer me that.
You make a great point.
No, bad point!
Why don't you leave this to me before I start thinking your hair looks like licorice?
Jax!
Oh, wow, it kinda does.
Stop!
Well,
The
Mr.
boys are
Fudge, you seem
fighting.
like an upstanding guy with real noble goals.
Oh, I'm not. If you knew what I did in my free time, oh, you'd be sickened.
As I was saying, I happen to know a way into the kingdom walls. If you'd be willing to help us out in return.
Hey, when did you...
Shut up, licorice hair.
Here, hide it with this.
Oh, you must be some
They
kind
are
of
so
master
helpful as
of unlocking things. Come to free me from my outdoor prison.
That's me. All we need you to do is help us bring some dirty bandits to justice.
You know, I originally, because his eyes are like white, I originally just gave him like the no pupils. And I was like,
Wait.
no pupils.
What just happened?
Why don't I also give him like, you know, since his mouth is like that, why don't I give him a shadow like that too? And then I was like, looked directly at Roll Wildfire. No, I don't think so. And then I moved on. Give him white shades.
You want to try helping out at all? Or are you still... Hey, you okay?
No.
You want to talk about it?
I do think the
there to
dichotomy of
talk about?
Pomni and person who is
Don't
more
just wanna
mentally
leave
broken
you
than
here.
Pomni is very interesting.
Why not? I don't matter in the slightest. I'm nothing. My life, my memories, my friends. It's all fake.
Hey chat. If you ever found out that you lived in a simulation where there were people who are like realer than you and you are just like basically imaginary, is it weird that to me that I'd be like okay with it? Because like, I mean, the memories, am I just so like, you know, I've seen so many movies with this exact premise that my automatic response is like, well, my memories are real, my feelings are real. And like, even though like, even if that is like a very detailed calculation, like, I don't know, what I feel is real enough to me, so I'm like, fine. Is it weird? I'm just very jaded to these kinds of storylines.
This may seem weird, but I think I know the feeling. Well, maybe not the exact feeling, but feeling like you're nothing is kind of normal. I mean, people even feel like that in the world I came from. But you still care about your buddies up there, don't
If
you?
you can't tell, he has
I'm
like
sure
a
they still
the
care about
mullet
you.
mohawk situation.
What does it matter? What do we have when you people leave? We're just obstacles. Created to be defeated and forgotten.
Well, you don't have to be. The circus, the place I'm from, well, I'm originally from somewhere else. But if it has to be my home, maybe it can be yours too. The people there are interesting, at the very least. Maybe you could be somebody real there.
Give me.
Why are you trying
This is a
to
very
cheer me
emotional.
up? How does this benefit you at all?
Your gummy goo design is hot as fuck good. It's what he deserves.
Guess I just don't want you to feel like you're nothing. I don't want anybody to feel like that.
But I'm not even a real person. Would I even belong?
I'm sure you wouldn't belong any less than me. And I could use a friend.
A friend?
They're friends!
You're a strange
Give him
little
tight
character.
high boots? Oh, fuck yeah. You know,
Suppose I
like
could give it a try.
like snakeskin, like crocodile boots?
All I ask is that we don't tell the lads about this. They're a couple of bright-eyed yobbos, and I don't want to drag them down with me.
Yeah, that makes sense. What's your name, by the way?
I ship Pomni and Gummy
Gummy
Goo.
Goo.
I mean,
Wow, that's just about
Yeah.
as dumb as my name.
What do you have in mind?
That's
in
all I
terms of
gotta
getting
say.
us out of here?
I don't know. Maybe some kind of glitch with the truck's collisions? I'm not
I think the
really
way
sure.
Pomni talks as if she's very, very acclimated to the idea of like video games and collisions makes me feel like the theory that, you know, the digital circus takes place in the 90s is not correct. Because Pomni talks about it as if she is very well informed on the nature of game mechanics. So, at the very least, Pomni herself is from like the 2010s or perhaps modern day. Well, I would argue that everyone else could be from the 90s. Like, for example, like Kinger could have come from like the 80s or something, while Ragatha and Jax are very like Raggedy Ann, and they could have been from that era. I believe that Pomni joined on October 13th, 2023. That's fair.
Alright, I'm just throwing stuff at the wall here. If this doesn't work, we can try something else.
You're the expert here.
I'm really not. But let's see how
I
it goes.
personally don't super ship Pomni and Gummy Goo
I just
because
realized
they're
this
literally
might
the
be a
only two
little
characters
violent.
that have interacted. They've only interacted, like Gummy Goo has only interacted with her, so there's nothing that sticks out about their dynamic to me. But I think it's very sweet, and I agree that it's like it's very cute. Also, this soundtrack is really. Just making sure his arms are efficiently.
Gotta say, this is a lot more anticlimactic than I was hoping it'd be.
What were you hoping for?
You know, like one big final battle, bloodshed, death, chaos, whatever.
Are you sure they disappeared? It wasn't that they fell off or something?
They fell off plus L plus ratio.
It's not like the boss to vanish with a clown. Very unusual.
Well, that's concerning.
Well, if worst comes to worst, we could always ask Kane to fight
I feel like I think
We're worried.
what I have an issue with writing wise is that a lot of Ragatha's dialogue feels like very like, well, that happened. I feel like Ragatha's dialogue could be a little bit more give her a second pass and less like I'm commentating on the situation at hand.
She's having another horrible experience. She still seems really upset about what happened.
Do you think it's like a
yesterday.
Soma situation?
I don't think she really likes me that much.
It's a lot for anybody to go through. Don't take it too personally. I remember how long it took for you to adjust.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised you remember that.
Remember what?
Oh, Kinger. He has dementia. The clown.
Do you guys
kind.
have a second truck that flies?
Yeah. Wait, no, we don't. No, not at all.
Down I go.
Couldn't keep it in, could we?
Also a good joke.
What's all this stuff?
Pomni! Are you okay? Well, what happened?
Yeah, I'm fine. I made a new friend.
A friend! Sorry.
Boss, where have you been? We got fudged.
You don't want to know. to see you, lads.
Why are there two bad guy trucks?
This one's full of syrup too.
Ah, yeah, suppose it is. Well, you don't suppose my mates here could take this one back to the village, could they?
I guess. Since there's two of them, there'd be no real harm.
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck to do with this.
I'm so
a big bitch.
unbelievably disappointed right now.
Well, maybe there'll be blood, death, and violence in the next adventure.
Ha 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 ha, how wholesome.
Uh-oh, yeah.
They're so cute!
This is Gummy
Sorry.
Goo. He's
I'm normal.
gonna come back to the circus with us.
Gooseworks put that in for me.
Is that allowed?
Damn.
His reality was kind of completely shattered. I feel like it was the least I could offer him, opposed to just leaving him behind.
Hey, that's good of you, Pony.
Let's take this dumb truck to.
So this is what L. Jax loves. So this is what confused me about this part, because I could have predicted a lot of things about the ending. So you can either go two ways about the ending. Actually two different like main routes. Either number one, he's integrated into the main cast and like it's more optimistic, or number two, for some reason something goes wrong and he goes back to his own world, he disappears forever, etc. And so I know this show is a bit more cynical, so I had assumed it would be number two, but what I was confused about is that in this part, everyone else has been in the circus for a long time. When Pomni floats the idea of bringing back an NPC, not only does that seem like not a big deal to the rest of them, but it seems like he's like the idea is like, oh, it's not even like a why didn't we think of that? Jesus, we could have had company all this time. It's more like a oh, that's nice of you. It's like it's weird. It feels like something that the other players should be either more concerned about or put more emphasis on, because if they've been there for longer than she has, which is true, it's not like they all went in there like at once and they're all new. They should be like, hey, like this is what happened to the other NPC or like whatever. I felt that particular like this moment was, it could have been a bit more, I don't know, expanded upon
The
character.
dumb kingdom, I guess.
Thanks to you brave knights, our kingdom will once again thrive. I'm sure it was no easy task.
You have no idea.
Look at how
Farewell,
tiny his
brave
legs are.
knights. Have fun executing that bandit fella.
Yes, that is what we're doing.
Oh, hey, maybe I didn't leave the gate unlocked for nothing after all.
What? I thought he was dead. You still did that? Okay, wait. You did what now?
Well, love to help you again sometime. Bye!
Jax only wants
Welcome
chaos
back,
if
my
he is
little
not
hard-shelled hamburgers.
So this is the circus, huh? I could get used to this.
Oh, looks like one of these guys made it through.
Wait, what?
Goodbye.
Wait, what?
I know you guys love your NPCs, but if I start losing track of who's a human and who's an NPC, who knows what could happen?
Anyway.
Well, I'm gonna go drink water. It's been a while since I've done that.
Everyone drink water. Wait a minute. My water bottle's over there. Sorry, I'm gonna go. The shot of them walking through the portal, I seriously expected Gummy Goo would not pass through. See, Eldritch, that's interesting. Like, and listen, that's been done before, but it's one of those things where it's like an Infinity Train scenario where the Null wants to try to escape the train with the humans, but they can't initially, and the whole goal of that character's arc is to try to circumvent that and despite all odds escape the train. Like there are stories that have done similar things. And listen, I think him being exploded by Kane immediately is a funny and devastating, twist. But I just feel that everyone else's reaction to it, not just Pomni's, should have backed up more of the significance of the event. Like, even if they're like, this NPC doesn't matter personally to them, the fact that you don't see much of a reaction from them is just strange to me. I don't know, like that's like the main criticism I have of this episode is that I feel like despite having certain like moments where, they just kind of chill and talk to each other, a lot of the characters kind of disappear and don't really just sit down and interact with each other. It feels like a lot of dialogue and a lot of scenes of like, characters being characters were cut out in favor of specific like gags and I don't know. That's just
I thought he'd never leave. I'm really sorry about that, Pomni. At least you tried. You know, he might be back in a future adventure. I know Kane sometimes likes to reuse NPCs. Got everything ready.
Yuri!
Hey, you at least want to join us for Kaufmo's funeral? We like to have a little funeral service to remember the people who abstract. This one just got pushed around a bit with your arrival and everything.
It's the least we can do to honor their memory.
Aww. This is a really cute, somber scene. Honestly, the ending kind of like made my reservations about this
I always
episode
think I'm prepared for these things, but then you set up the picture and, well, I'm already breaking.
I also like this plays into the gag that Kaufmo isn't really a character, so you're not even allowed to learn anything about him. It's a very cute ending. This jazz remix also slaps, I must say. Yay! The scream I let out when the Kinger plush appeared. I'm surprised they managed to translate specifically Gangle and Zooble into plushes because they seem like the most how the hell, like toys definitely, plushes not quite, but they managed to do it. Very impressed. Anyway, that's the clown show. And so yeah, like I said, I feel like the ending was kind of it kind of made up for some of the reservations I had in the first scene of the episode, which I felt was a little ham-fisted. And it brings back some stuff, and it has like a rather, it's like the opposite of the first episode where it has a more optimistic ending, and it's a nice contrast to the pilot. But yeah. Rip Hot Gator Man, you will be missed. the ending was good in relation to the beginning. Yeah. I remember seeing a Safi actually write a little review post for episode 2, and something they wrote in particular like struck me as something that I agreed with but couldn't quite voice. They said that they would like it if Jax was a bit more dimensional and less of like, because you can argue that Kinger, Ragatha, and Pomni are the most dimensional characters in that they've shown to be both silly and like anxious and like somber. Like Gangle and Zubul are kind of like generally one note, but Jax especially, except for like the few facial expressions he has in the last scene, is pretty like straightforward as a character, and I understand he is meant to be, you know, kind of the heel, but at the same time, he's the only character who seems to fill that role, and he fills it in a very two-dimensional way. So, I agree with Safi's post in that Jax really needs some development into more than just a guy who likes to be a shit stirrer, because, you know, I'm not gonna lie, like, some of his antics were, like, amusing in this episode, but I think the fact that everyone else is so lawful and, you know, submissive in comparison makes the dynamic not as fun. Like, imagine having, like Jax, like, having that dynamic, but having someone else just, like, argue with him, or, like, really just, like, stop him and actually have some power to, like, embarrass him or something. I don't know. He has privilege over bearing parents' white boy energy. You think Jax vapes? But yeah, definitely agree with that. And I also agree with the sentiment that there needs to be more characters besides Jax who are heels and have a bit more of a chaotic antagonistic energy. Because for the most part, like, Zubul is the closest thing we have to the main cast besides Jax, who's kind of like not as like upbeat or like anxious. But even then, Zubul doesn't really do anything. Zubul is at the mercy of the plot most of the time. So they don't have much agency. So yeah, that's why I'm always rooting for Ragatha to get a knife and perhaps kill someone. Because not only would that do so much favors for my girl Ragatha, it would also make a character besides Jax who has some power and some chaotic energy in the situation, instead of just being passive observers. I know Zubul said of Kalfos Team Funeral. I'm not saying Zubul like literally is doing nothing. I'm saying plot-wise, Zubul is not getting a lot of attention. Like, Zubul's not doing anything to demonstrate who they are, like, relatively as a character. Like, we know from the last scene that everyone besides Jax has empathy, but we don't know anything that's unique about Zubul in this case. You know? Like, at least with Gangle, we have the joke about her in the figurine, you know? Showing again that she's a fucking otaku freak. But with everything else, Zubul, you don't get much. I have enough points to request all 20 songs. Listen. Firstly, if you think that you're gonna request an entire copyrighted fucking musical on this stream, you've got another thing coming. Do you know how I am familiar with musicals of all things being, you know, copyright fucking honeypots. So you would not get away with that, no sir. But you know, of course, when it comes to song requests, it is always a consent-based system. So even if you have the points, if you do something a little outlandish, it must be as you know already. You know. I just realized his design is very asymmetrical in that, like, his right arm is green and his left arm is yellow. I don't know why I just noticed that, but it's like a diamond kind of not a diamond, but a diagonal one. In that, like, the yellow color is separated, like, that's interesting. Silly music. It's not a stage musical, it's only a concept album. That is interesting. I can't resist giving dark eye. I can definitely see myself patching this kind of in a very sketchy state. As you can see from the body. But anyway, let's move on to, what's her name? Fucking Luli Lali. Okay. Luli Lalu. That's what her name is. Truly designed to fulfill the trope of Candy Princess. Not that I, you know, argue. I have like at least 2 characters whose whole theme is that they're pink and sugary and kind of like fantastical, so I am not here to say that it's not. Would Fudge be her ugly pet dog? I mean, Fudge seems animate enough, so I'm not going to dehumanize him to that extent. But, ew, I'm seeing some interesting, Elsa Gate-esque thumbnails in Luli Lalu search, which is quite unfortunate. But since he's facing this way, I'll have her. Of course, we also love, actually, I find it interesting that she and Pomni visually have, it kind of looks like Pomni belongs in her world because she also has swirl eyes. I wonder why that was. I feel like her design is way too interesting, and despite being so underutilized in the episode. Like, the fact that she's a princess and she has, like, these swirl patterns, they could have made her, like, creepier and more of, like, a monarch. she is... Pomni is Luli's daughter. I was more thinking that she is the court jester to the princess, but that also worked. Is it weird that I love it when characters are just shaped like fucking... I just love making, you know, character designs where like the shapes are like round, flat, flat, round, I don't know. Not to make them all just like fucking busty ass people. I just like the shapes. I almost kind of wish that... Honestly, I think the biggest problem I have with the Digital Circus episode 2 is that, in general, it feels like there's a lot that was just unexplored. Like, you don't see a lot of the kingdom, you don't even see a lot of the, like, the town, or, like, the where the gummy crocodiles came from. Like, I feel like you don't see a lot of anything. It's all very much rushed past. And I guess it sort of makes sense because it's meant to be like, well, we're here to have an adventure. Let's have the adventure. Okay, let's go. Bye. It's meant to be fast in that extent. But a part of me is like, man, I don't know who any of these characters are, or like any of these worlds are. It's kind of like that. I feel like this is gonna be explored more. That's my hope. So that's why I'm not making this a definite like critique, because obviously the series isn't. They could, you know, fix these whenever they can, but yeah. I wonder, you know, I brought up Infinity Train before, but I wonder if it's an Infinity Train thing where, you know, in Season 6, slight spoilers, they basically go through a bunch of cars and, like, come out after wrecking each car, and the last episode is everyone from the previous cars coming to confront them, being like, hey, what did you fucking do to our car? We're gonna punish you now. And so it's like a big, like, boss rush. And so it'd be cool if the episode that's following these are just continuous shenanigans to the point where, like, some of the penultimate episodes is just the characters coming back and being like, hey, you fucked things up for us, die. You know. You know, I'm available for writing. I'm kidding. Season 6? I'm not gonna act like anyone is jumping off their bones to hire me. Especially since I'm literally like one of many people who are like, well, this is how Digital Circus could be fixed. I'm just one obnoxious name. I mean, her human design is pretty straightforward. It's not much of a challenge, actually. Very cute. Thank you. I do like being able to have a style that's flexible enough to have like cartoony aspects, like the proportions and like the having big eyes and whatnot. Luli Lalu's voice actress actually commented on my art of her on Twitter, said it's cute. Aww. Chat, am I famous yet? Well, not to humble you, Emily, but the Digital Circus cast is actually all awesome enough to be commenting consistently and sharing fan works. So, they're not special, they're just really cool about it. But also, that is cool, Emily. Legitimately. I know how it feels to ride that. Post the link. Yeah, Emily, post the link! Imagine being like, yeah, I drew this cool epic fan art that everyone liked and the voice actor high-fived me and being like, I'm going to... Keeping the awesome art from us, shaking my head. I know. I saw it. I can't believe it says x.com. Disgusting. That's not your fault, Emily. It's just I hate being reminded that that's reality. I finally drew the princess. Oh, it's this one. It's cute. I'm gonna quickly copy and paste it just to show you guys. But look, it's this one. I think you did show it to us. But yeah, the textures are really. I love how what you did here by making everything so like sugary and powdery. Hell yeah. Also, I love me some eyelash detail. Also, damn, Emily, what is this fucking, like, Princess Luli Lalu corn on the cob you have here? Like, damn, you did not have to show off how many colors you used. But it's commendable, I must say. Also, may I just say this? I know I joke about being, you know, Mr. Bunny Doll and being like weird about Ragatha and Jax because the only reason why I'm weird about them is because I first like I'm the kind of person who I see something I like and I'm like, okay, saying, who are you shipping? Because I am an avid shipper and I don't try to make it like a lot about what I consume and why I like things. You know, I like to like things for critical reason and not just because they make people I like holding. But I first was like, oh, Ragatha and Jax, they seem like an interesting like pairing because of their dynamic in that I don't need them to become canon, but it would be but the characters that they have established would be interesting hypothetically in a relationship. And then I just kept seeing other people who were similarly delusional like me, and that just kind of like helped feed the Delulu, if you were. And so now I'm just like, oh my god, they talk to each other. I am that person. I don't know how it happened. It's madness. But, you're valid though? Oh, thank you. One thing that does frighten me, and would frighten a lot of the Bunny Dolls shippers, is that Gooseworks, I don't know if this was prompted or not, but at one point they said in like a stream they did, like they commented on the stream, like, I feel like I'm starting to feel like, you know, sorry for Bunny Doll shippers because of what I'm gonna do. Or something like that. Like, I'm starting to I feel preemptively bad for Bunny Doll shippers. And then that made people who like Bunny Doll like, what the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? And I still don't know what that means. But, I have, like, listen. That's such an ominous thing to say about any ship. Like, imagine I'm like working on Chromosynth, like, and Chromosynth does well and is public, and then I say some shit like, well, man, I feel really bad for Gabrielle and Adam shippers because of what you know, I feel bad for them. I wouldn't want to be them. Imagine just like saying that. Who does that? I mean, they can do what they want to do. It's their series, and they clearly don't want to focus on romance, which is so valid. But I have, like, I thought about it, and I thought about what could they possibly do to devastate me, someone who doesn't even expect it to be canon. Like, what? Is the worst? I love sowing that kind of chaos. I mean, they knew what they were fucking doing. And I was thinking, like, what is the worst thing that could happen between two characters for a shipper? It's like, maybe you could make it so, like, one hurts the other, or, like, one kills the other? Like, yeah, Drax, I am, that was something I thought about, like, could that be it? But I'm like, no, it would still be, like, these characters are established to not, like, despise each other, so if that did happen, where one of them ended up killing each other, it would be more so tragic than malevolent, and so I would even see it being, like, something that exacerbates the shipping. It's fucked up to say, but I hope that makes sense. And so, like, what could, like, legitimately turn me off from Bunny Doll? And sometimes the worst thing is actually making it... Sometimes it is. Could be that Goose doesn't realize that. It could be. But my personal nightmare scenario... Listen. I don't care. Like, it doesn't change my shipping position if one of them kills the other, if one of them just says something like, I will never love you. Like, I could recover from that. But one thing I could never recover from, and like the moment this idea formulated in my head, I swore to keep it to myself because I don't want to unleash this idea into the world and like turn it into reality. But my fear of what Goose means in the simplest way is that there's some kind of twist in which Ragatha and Jax are siblings. Because you know, Jax is based off of Raggedy Andy, who is the brother of Raggedy Ann. And that's like the most devastating thing you can do to me is reveal that two characters are actually related, and thus, like, everything just grinds to a halt. And like, listen, thematically in the show, I could see that happening as like a non-zero possibility. But for me as a shipper, it would be devastating. And I mean this in a very, like, self-indulgent, silly level. Like, I'm not gonna curse the show for doing that because they can do what they want. But it's something in which I thought about, and I was like, that would actually, like, devastate me. You know? That would be my 9/11. I'm kidding. I hope Jax is not an NPC because it would be too easy to make the asshole character different. Honestly, as soon as I heard about the Jax NPC theory, that made him more interesting to me. And I am very pro anything that makes a character more interesting. Because it would make sense that Jax is jaded because he knows for sure that he can't leave. Well, everyone else potentially can. Like, that makes sense to me. So, honestly, I'm not super against the Jax being an AI theory. I think it's really interesting, the idea that one of them could be a Danganronpa Among Us style, you know, imposter. Makes you think a little bit. Maybe Ragatha is lesbian and Jax is gay. Maybe, who knows? Honestly, their voice actors seem very intent on spreading the gay agenda, which good for them. Like, Ragatha's voice actress, I mean, they're non-binary. I say actress in the non-binary way. Is very, like, God, I love women. And Michael Kovac has said, like, jokingly before that, like, Jax, like, does homosexual things. So, like, if that's the case, like, fully respect it. You know? That would be the funniest. Are her eyes too big? I just love pink bitches. I feel like it's very easy to... There's something about a character who has a very, like, distinct one color palette, and I'm just like, I'm in love. Make the pupils a little bigger? I'll make them a little bigger, considering they're actually quite big. Is that Donald Duck? Honestly, I would love a twist where Kane isn't actually... I would love the opposite of the of the someone is an NPC among the humans. I would love the opposite of that, in which it turns out that Kane is actually a human who is so like abstracted and so far gone that he believes he is an NPC and has been given like kind of like in a portal way. You know how like GLaDOS and Wheatley are humans who were kind of like juiced into a robotic AI, so they have certain memories and well not actually Wheatley doing that is kind of a headcanon more than anything, but GLaDOS being kind of like a juiced version of a human. I would think it's really interesting if Kane was that for a former human, and then he was manipulated into being someone who works for the digital system. Is this like an epic version of It's a Small World After All? That's kind of metal. Bunny Doll is so metal. I mean, Bayo, you can't just say that. You can't just say that. You can't just connect one ship that's a guilty pleasure to another ship that's a guilty pleasure. You can't just say that. Calling, can't just say. I'm embarrassed. I want Kane to be an AI that genuinely cares. I think, honestly, Kane is more interesting if he has no ulterior motives. He's just unintentionally malicious because he's like a lawful character who has to abide by certain protocol. How does Bayo have like the same taste as me in certain male-female ships? Like, why? Who allowed that? You're supposed to be ashamed of the male-female ship, like me. You can't just say that. Like Hal killing all the humans because it was the only way he could possibly follow his conflicting orders. Yeah, that is an interesting like route for AI character. Honestly, any character is interesting if they're basically doing extremely flawed things, but there's some kind of method to the madness. You know? Not because, oh, boo-hoo, I had a sad backstory, that's why I kill people, but like, no, you can sort of see their reasoning in it, you know. Is that a big gummy? Dude, sorry. Can you guys like appreciate how fucking it's not perfect? How fucking well I drew that on the second try? Pretty good. All those years of drawing Kirby's in it. Oh my god, wait, speaking of Kirby's, hold on. I want to show you guys something. My latest stickers. I'm still working on them, but, look. Damn it, it's reversed. It's reversed, but wait, hold on, let me quickly reverse myself. Where am I? My name is Josh Valjosh. Transform. Rotate. Flip. Horizontal. There we go. Oh, man, that... Ugh, whatever. Hello, I'm over here now. My TV background is also over here. But look! Yeah! Square stickers! Yeah! Taxes! I'm like the makeup vloggers. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I'm planning to do a series that's just these like memes that are in like Game Boy Advance titles and doing them first. Anyway, I just want to show them. Broke, ooh, I kill people. Sad. Woke, I kill because I haven't realized my backstory was so tragic, so killing is normal. Yeah, exactly. Art gang popping off when someone draws a good... Exactly. Common saying... when it comes with Pomni, because I could 100% see Pomni, like, listen, if there's any Pomni ship that I'm like, yes, it's Pomni and Ragatha, where it's like, the Yuri angst is so real. But also, I think Pomni Kane is genuinely, like, really cute. It's called a Showtime, I believe. and there's some like decent art for it, which, you know, is a deciding factor in any ship. But Pomni and the, oh my god, the fucking names for the digital circus ships are so cute. Like the name for the Pomni and Gummy Goo is Funny Gummy, which is so fucking cute. Like that's part, like I have to give it points just for that, you know? You know when a ship has a name that's like so good or cute or fitting that you're gonna be like, damn. Even if you don't like the ship, it's just like they got one. I gotta give credit for that. Ships having creative names. Oh, you mean like how there is a black and yellow character and it's called Bumblebee, but there are no like bee motifs in either of them. It's just the fact that it's black and yellow. Sorry to be the buzzkill, pun intended, but I don't find that particularly clever. I like it when ship names actually have to do with the character themselves, rather than something. I like it when ship names are so unique that you can't think of any other ship except for like those two characters. Like who the fuck comes up with Funny Gummy? No one. Bumblebee? I could see that with a ton of different ships. That's why I don't think it's particular. Sorry to be a hater. Wow, I got really far in a Lulilalu specifically because she's already humanoid, so most of the work has already been done. Sorry, I don't know if this is intentional, but I was like looking at the shape of the glove. It looks like a pipette. You know, like when they have like a whipped cream and they put it in this like little thing and then they squeeze the cream out like that? Bro. Sorry. I just get very excited about design things. Let me look up what a pipette looks like. I don't know if that's what it's called, but like a frosting it's a piping bag, yeah. I'm going to look it up so I can make it more like that design. Oh yeah, they look like okay, they look more like this, admittedly, but I'm going to try to integrate it so it looks like that. I'm stealing that for my Luli redesign. Damn! Can't have shit in staying stream. Kidding. Do whatever you want. Are you taking sketch requests tonight? You know what? I'd be down for a sketch request. I'm kind of doing some aimless drawing right now, so I wouldn't mind a sketch request. Though I must say, the cane ship that has my heart most of all is Bluetooth, which is I feel like it's not the most friendly to look up name, but it's cute. It's Kane in the Moon because he misses his wife Tails, and I just find it cute. And also Kane's voice actor, who is very fighting the war on autism on the side of autism, which is very big baller of him. Is also very pro Bluetooth, which is great. You gotta love it when the voice actor or actress is like, hell yeah, shipping. Nothing brings me great. Unless they're wrong. I'm kidding. Oh, Friendly Ocean Mower. I hate Bumblebee too. The ship damaged the integrity of both characters and Ruby's relationship with Yang. Damn, are we gonna be talking about Ruby Critical today? Because I don't know too much about Ruby, but I have seen a lot of Ruby think pieces where I'm like, wow, I will never watch the show, but I'm just eating popcorn and listening. Damn, the show seems like it fucking sucks. Like, yeah. Sorry to be that, You only have 8.5k Kerbucks? Damn. You didn't even check your Kerbucks before you asked? Wouldn't be me. Did I see all the dozens of Disney pilot cartoons that got leaked? See, my conspiracy theory is that I kept seeing like a bunch of like, here's the behind the scenes for Gravity Falls or like something, and me, a dumbass who never realized that that has never been made public, quote unquote. I don't think those have been leaked. I think one or two got leaked, and then people just started like posting them as if they got leaked in order to get attention. Is that weird of me to think? Because that's what I think. Blue Coast Guardian mode activated. Damn! Roll Wildfire! Roll Wildfire said, I got you, bestie. I know the song. It's for Everhood. Yeah, it's called Pranks and Party Poppers. Everhood is excuse me. Sorry, I came, like, after work today, I went to like a work pizza party, and then I came home and almost immediately started streaming, so I may be a little bit pooped today. But not enough to not be streaming though. I want to give her earrings. Let me give her a lollipop. Something something Princess Peach. What were you saying about Everhood? Oh, I should request an Everhood song. You should. Everhood is a game with a lot of funky ass songs. There's so many like mediums, both animation and video game, where I can be like, oh yeah, the songs are good, The art direction is pretty solid. Like the ideas are really nice, but it's just the writing is something that deserves the most, you know, attention, and yet feels like the one that should be worked on, you know, critically the most. Like, I talked about it on Digital Circus, and with Everhood, that's also one of my complaints. Everhood is a game that talks about very deep things like reincarnation and spirituality and eternity, but sometimes it doesn't quite get that across in the most, the best way. Not that it's like a terrible game, but it's just, it feels like a game made by like two white dudes who were like, who did mushrooms and were like, I get it now. You know? Like a little bit, it feels like that a little bit. Oh my god, 9:45. My phone. Oh, it's on the... I'm gonna, I'll make sure, if I do end the stream today relatively early because I am sleepy, I will make sure to make tomorrow's stream a bit longer. Oh my god, Safi! Hello, hello! Finally, all our circus characters are here. I do like the sprinkle. If there's anything I enjoy, is a character design with sprinkle. Oh my god, wait, Safi! I'm drawing a woman! For you! I don't know why I thought to say that. It's just that, earlier this stream, we were drawing, a very rugged man, but now I'm drawing a very pretty woman, and it feels like, I'm doing this for the ladies out there. The lady lovers. Fighting a little tired, but still good overall. Yeah! You have to admit, though, as much as I'm annoying about, you know, Ragatha and Jax as a ship, you have to admit that sometimes, like, Korean artists who are really into a ship and then proceed to make the fucking most banger art of them, like, if you got some, like, good Asian artists who are on board with your ship, you feel almost fucking invincible. You know what I'm saying? It's like, not only, like, do I like it, and I draw a little bit of it, but those people over there with the superior drawing skills, they like it and they draw a little bit of it too. It's like, hell yeah. It's very sportsmanlike. There's nothing more satisfying than than liking something and seeing a very talented person, a very talented, funny, sexy person also like it and be like vindicated. There's always the Korean artist who's better than you. Don't ask them to draw brown people though. Hey, I resent that statement. Listen, you can criticize like a lot of East Asian artists for being like, you know, colorist and whatnot, but you can't just make a joke like that like in front of me. Come on. Unless you're Korean friendly ocean mower, you can't say that. I am revoking that joke pass from you. Like, I can say jokes and like make criticisms, and like South Asians and, you know, dark-skinned Asians can make those like critiques, but you know, I gotta see your race card. Like, you have to like, you know, the Family Guy like joke where like they hand in their like I need to see your race card in order to validate and like, you know, like kind of like validating your parking. I need to validate your joke so you can proceed. I'm half. Gonna need some IDs and race cards. Yeah, exactly. I feel like every time a woman's mentioned, I'm also in the conversation. I appreciate one day the existence of women would be normalized. One day women will be real. Don't worry, it'll happen soon. Also, I think this is not we have about like 8 minutes left, so we're gonna play the rest of this, and then Eldritch, I'll get to your. That's like okay, I'm sorry to like harp on this, but imagine being like yeah, X group of people are cool, but don't ask them about how they treat women though. Like, who's like, yeah, maybe you have a little bit of a point culturally, and maybe that, you know, the people and like the state that in the culture you're talking about have that issue. But if you just say it like that, don't you think it's a little bit fucked up to just say it like that? You gotta think about you know, these things a little. Though I'm not gonna lie, some Korean artists, some Asian artists in general, be really fucking annoying about drawing brown skin. Like, again, I can say that because look at me. I got the pass. I got the pass. But anyway. But yeah, that's why it actually heartens it allows me to make fan art of something while making it my own in a way. Like, my, like, human Ragatha and Jax are very different, like, visually, in some ways, from the regular Ragatha and Jax. So if I ever want to draw them in a comic or situation, I just use my versions, which you know, are essentially, they belong to someone else, but with my interpretations, they feel a little bit more like mine. Which is, you know, you could argue that it's a little selfish. Fair. I don't know. It gives you a sense of, like, that's my thing. I've made it mine. Human King are hot. That was the reason. You know, that is a good reason. I did it so I could draw Kinger, naked underneath a bathroom. But let's have that as the end. One time I was in a little play for a middle school drama elective. My character's dialogue used the R slur a lot, and I politely asked to substitute with stupid. Even 12-year-old me knew not to say that shit, and grown people start the slur slinging slasher over here. Ugh. Alright. I believe we have Drax's music request from all the way back.
Treat Mom to a sweet celebration in her honor. Discover rich and
Oh,
indulgent
shut
chocolate
up!
delights.
Skip. Yeah, I'm glad they did allow you to substitute. That's crazy. And yet we never got the dick slip. Bitch, do you want me to draw? Listen, I can draw boobs. I can draw like a little nip, a little bulge, you know, a little, you know, happy trail. I've not drawn a whole penis. Not just because I can't, but because, like, you know, that's something that I would like to preferably separate from my normal art, you know. Oh, so this fucking goes. If you're gonna check out Everhood anything, check out Everhood's music. Wildfire, that's such a good emote. Wildfire has the best emotes. I swear. The Ayo. You should study proper penis art then to better understand. I mean, you're not wrong in that my limited understanding of human anatomy would be, you know, bolstered with actual rigorous study, which includes the study of penis. But, you know, I've got things to do, man. Maybe some other time, but you're not wrong. You're kind of spitting. Also, is it just me, or I actually think things are sexier when you don't see, like, straight up genitals? Like, that's why I always think that, like, a character design is sexier, not when they're full-on fucking nudie naked or in a bathing suit, but it's when they're relatively covered, but, like, things are left up to your imagination. Is it just me? It can't be just me, right? I'm not insane. Also, look how cute she is! She looks so cute as a normal person. I mean, she's still like a bug-eyed freak, but relatively. Leaving things to the imagination are always so much better. It's not just you. The longing of seeing them completely bare. I mean, damn, Emily. I feel like snapping. That's some slam poetry right there. The human imagination is a powerful thing, y'all. Sometimes it's not about the penis you see. It's about the penis you feel in your heart. Speaking of slam poetry, snaps. Snaps, everyone. Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about? Listen, let me cook. Or the penis you feel in your guts? Damn! Oh my god, Emily! This stream is getting freaky. I've got to say, the freaky memes are some of my favorite. Because it's just completely, like, 2004 with, like, the map. Alright, that's that for that song. Has anyone requested anything else, song-wise? Don't believe. Well, funky FNAF jams. There we go. This is circus related, right? I just got Pokemon Scarlet for your birthday? Ooh! Have fun! You know, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, I think, have grown on people, like, much, like, slower than something like Sword and Shield. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy. I feel like I personally still have a soft spot in my heart for Sword and Shield just because the cast of characters were just more like... I just think they got to interact more and just they felt more dynamic to me. Rather than in Scarlet and Violet, in which it feels like they were just like... I don't know. It did bring us Rika and Gita, so that's something. Oh yeah, Rhyme is super good. How could I have forgotten? Damn. just love character designers that do actually creative things with the character's hair and not just putting in a shit ton of different colored streaks anime style and being like, I have made a unique character. I'm sick of that. Pokemon Company discovers the cool things black people can do with their hair. Pokemon Company discovers the cool things Pokemon Black did. I mean, they did cool things. Let them cook. I think I'll do some revision and actually color this. I almost just want to integrate more yellow in there. There we go. Now it's a little more interesting. I have a Legends Arceus, have had it since Christmas, have yet to actually play it. What? Pokemon discourse is happening in chat. I am very, like, ill-equipped to deal with it. So I'm just gonna, that's all, I'm good. Took a fucking year to turn it down. Well, actually, I should draw the little swirls. Something like it. Cinco de cuatro, yeah! I want it to be a... Yeah. Ugh, what's worse than Pokemon discourse is Star Wars. Honestly, this is already there. I'm surprised at how quickly it became there, but it's there. Hot discourse topic, what is everyone's favorite Pokemon? I have an answer! Oh, I just tilted my camera. I was so excited I tilted my camera. I have an answer! Oh my god. Oh, that's weird. I should change this back to the other... flip horizontal. There we go. Here. Alright. Spinda! Yay! Spinda! See? I like Spinda because it's Gen 3. They're silly. And they're a bunny. And they're a bunny panda. What more could you want? Spinda. That's my answer. The Cyndaquil line is good. Honestly, Cyndaquil might be my favorite Pokemon of like starter, purely for sentimental. Oh, by the way, guys, oh, I just realized you guys can't see my fucking art. My Vogue Race order has been shipped, so you will see not just this little Pomni, but you will see other charms of the Digital Circus, as well as Danganronpa, so I can finally open those up on my store. Finally, dear God. But so you guys can, similarly to, you know, how episode 2 came out, and you can get merchandise. You can also get merchandise in my store. Ha 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 ha. Shameless plug. I will hold my tongue on my opinions about Spinda. Yeah, you better fucking hold it. You know what's good for you. How dare you? How dare you even imply that there are things that, like, that aren't just ebullient praise? Say about Spinda. If your things that you don't like about Spinda is like, competitively, they're weak Pokemon and their presence in the deck is useless and they have no, you know, they're bad in battle. Have you considered that, like, as an animal, they're cute? Have you considered having joy and whimsy in your heart, perhaps? No? Not every animal is for cage fighting. Sometimes they are there to exist to look cute. No. Non-evolving Pokemon are cute too, guys. Or like, I mean cute as in like, come on. Just because they don't evolve doesn't mean that they don't have like families. And they don't develop like important bonds and shit. I mean, yes, having an evolutionary line not only makes a Pokemon stronger, but it also just generally it gives them a little bit more complexity because you're basing them essentially a second adult form. But also, like, oh, imagine liking something because it's the obvious thing. Convenient. That's all. I like to, you know, stick away from the crowd, you know? Swim against the curve. Like, both of what I said were completely... What is my English skill? Swim against the current, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, swim against the curve, Sam. The curve of what? Balls, I guess. I have an easier time enjoying Pokemon if they're on my team, and I don't want a Pokemon on my team that I can't grow with. I mean, again, that's the competitive thing. Like, I want a Pokemon that is strong and that I can take with me, you know, to train and to be battle with. And, like, that's fine. Like, that's a very essential part of the Pokemon gameplay, so I get that. Like, if I'm playing a Pokemon game, I'm not having Spinda on my team because it's not good for that. But Spinda is still my favorite Pokemon because they're a little guy. You know? Like, I can have an elephant be my favorite animal, but that doesn't mean I want an elephant as a pet, you know? Like, they're two different things. The utilitarian use for a thing versus just the affection you have for them existing can be very different. What are we talking about again? Skarmory can go home? No, I like Skarmory. My Gen 3 baddie. This music kind of goes. What the hell? I forgot how fucking boppin' that secret minigame is. Skarmory's Gen 2? Oh, sorry. Gen 2 and 3 kind of blend together in my head. Because I love both. I just realized there is something that I vaguely talked about this week that I could talk about on stream. Because it's something I talked about a bit seriously. It's the fucking stupid ass Twitter big artist discourse. But you know what? I'm not in the mood to talk about it. I mostly just talked about it on Twitter and exhausted myself elaborating on it. So if you want my thoughts on that, then look at my post. But continue talking about Pokemon. Believe me, I'd rather see that. Normal song for when you're walking down the street and you're normal. Me when I'm normal. Joltik is S tier. He's also my friend. I don't see how you could think otherwise. Oh, cool. I love it when I unclip it, it turns to a fucking nightmare. I've got almost all the official Rotom plushies in my collection. Damn! Pokemon fans be built different. Listen, I feel like my ultimate pursuit in life is to find something to become obsessed with and collect it. And the closest thing I have to that is Kirby, but I am not, like, a Kirby collector. I am just someone who finds comfort in Kirby, and every now and then just has Kirby things. I feel like it's so peaceful to be obsessed with something and to know that you're in it for life, and then to just be like, that's my thing now. Like, I can't think of a character besides Kirby who fits the bill for me. Besides maybe one Kaede Akamatsu, because I love her and I'm cringe. Besides that, there's like no other character that I'm like infatuated with to that level. Must be nice. I always assumed that her crown was like a waffle, like a wafer maybe. I don't know if this is canonical. That's like the thought. That's what I'm drawing. Yeah, we're basically done. Wow. I did not expect her to be so straightforward, but she literally is just that. %, shade, 30% shine. Alright. Oh, that's it. Silly cat play. It's okay. I already had pizza dinner. I'm eating raisins for May I see Gummy Goo again? I wonder why you're asking. I'm I'm definitely gonna be working on Gummy Goo because he's in like kind of a rough state right now, and that I have a vague shape of what he should look like, but I don't have a distinct character in mind. So in my sketch, he just looked like this, and that's all it was. They're both so hot. Yeah, but I should make him rounder. I like that he's kind of like, he's gummy. I want to give him some gumminess. So I think I'll make his hair less sharp and more gummy. Oh, I forgot to color in the lines there. May I suggest long sleeves with one sleeve torn off for the green-yellow asymmetry. Yeah, I could do that. Something to make the green and yellow asymmetry of the regular design hit. Definitely see that. Oh my god, I forgot the sprinkles! How could I... Chat, how could I forget the fucking sprinkle? I'm ashamed. How? This is a travesty. I have to add the sprinkles right now. They're such an integral part of the design. How could I? Honestly, the design actually kind of... I made the design asymmetrical enough that it's fine without the sprinkles, but I'm still gonna add them anyway. Actually, the reason why I saved the sprinkles for last is because they're not part of the coloring, they're like a layer on top of the coloring. So it makes sense that they would be done like way later, but I just... I don't love that these are like very, very different bright colors. I could see it being like... There we go. They're sprinkless, but they're still relatively uniform in their colors. See, this is what I like about character design. I like randomness and asymmetry, but there is an order to it. There is a you know, a method to the madness, if it were. Because like the sprinkles are like random in a way, like, but they are spaced in a way that is very intentional. So there's no too many sprinkles on one side, and they're also colored in a way that it is intentionally balanced. And so there's no like yellow sprinkles that are too much in one area. I do prefer your predominantly pink, yellow, white design. Thank you. It's almost like, I don't know. I've turned her into my own little creature, as I do. They have become mine. Actually, it would make sense if the cheeks were yellow, not pink. Yeah. Actually, they're cuter, but yeah, they're cuter. Yellow spiral cheeks. No! Right after I just said I wouldn't do it. You know what? She's basically done. It's our song, guys! La 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 la. La 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 la. this song is so. There's something about the really brainless la la la's that make me. Oh. Getting jiggy with. Anyway, I didn't expect to just straight up finish one of these on stream, but yeah, she's basically done. Obviously, Gummy Goo will need some readjustments, but I'm planning on making a post that's like quote tweeting my original Digital Circus art with them. With these two. So they're like packaged together. I do feel the temptation of just straight up posting one of these and for the instant gratification of it all, but I'm gonna hold off even though she looks fucking tasty and I want to eat her. There's something about having a pink character that just they look tasty. Like I want to take a bite out of them. Every time I hear this song, it is because it becomes an audio stim for the next few days. I don't mean that in a weird way. I mean just literally when you make a character who's like candy themed and you design them in a way that they're very like textured and like yummy looking. Like I want to put that thing in my mouth, you know? Actually, I mean this in a completely. I'm not attracted to her. Don't get me wrong. So. Believe me when I say that, like, this is just like a texture, like a kind of character design I think is yummy. Anyway, we are going to go ahead and draw that sketch request before I collapse out of tiredness. Requesting these characters that are totally my OCs that aren't Saimatsu, it's just a happy purple-blue opposites attract couple, their original. I feel that. Oh my god! I can't believe the one that has she pronouns has little music notes in her hair, and the one that has they he pronouns has the Aho. That's so wild. These are completely original characters. But you're right. Saimatsu is like the ultimate bisexual blueprint, so you know that's how it is. Oh, the sketch request is for 2 characters, that's true. Technically, if you want me to draw both of them, that will be 2 individual character. So, pay up. Oh my god, I just looked at the stream chat channel in Discord. Oh, dude, you're not kidding. Oh my god, that's a lot of Rotoms. That's a lot of Rotoms. Oh, Safi! You have the Piplup and the Zorua and the Meryl. Oh, dude, Safi? Meryl? Like, in my opinion, Meryl is like the blue Spinda. In that I look at it and I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Us with the Saimatsu inspirations. I'm not gonna say explicitly who they are, but 2 major characters are very much inspired by Kaede and Shuichi respectively. I'm not saying which one because I'm embarrassed, but like, we're all in this together is all I'm saying. Ow. Ow. La, 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 la. It's just the way they sing it that's so wonderful. I can't get enough. Alright. Get requests, let's go. Meow meow meow. Dude, that song fucking bang. I requested a song. Oh yeah, you did. Sorry, I was waiting for that meow 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 song to be done because I was very intent on listening to it.
It's time to unthink.
No, stop. I don't want to. Whoa. Is this Project Sekai? Why did I say it like that? Project. Is this a Project Sekai? I can make that joke. Many of you cannot. Danmaki Kakura. Toho Project. It's really funny when you hear Miku come in because it's like dong 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 dong. Like Miku sounds good, but she clearly just sounds like a robot. So it's a very funny dichotomy. You're like a drawer, aren't you? Oh my god, I'm something like that. I'm something of a cabinet man myself. Can I open it? Not until you buy me dinner. Alright. Alright, yay! Song request! Back to the Silly Cat playlist. Whoa! Ho ho ho! Okay. So I don't know if your username is Bisanzio or Bisanzio, but regardless of your orientation, you gotta know that I'm here, you're there, we're both on each other's screens. Let's be civil, you know. Let's not talk about eating each other like that. We only talk about fictional characters. My Saimatsu is very Saimatsu, but it's very self-indulgent. Yeah, just like mine. Totally understand. Newcomer, you're on thin. Whoa, okay. Yeah, you are on thin ice, but honestly, we don't get a lot of new people here who are just this audacious. The audacity, the audacious. So, like, I'm slightly entertained, but let's not get too big for our britches here. Though I must say, it's really funny that a stranger is asking me who my sexual orientation is. Considering, like, if you look at any of my social media, it is very, very apparent. Like, I'm annoying about it. So, hopefully, if you do your research, you'll find your answer. You mentioned it first. Honestly, you're right. You know, I did make a bisexual joke, so you know what? I'll give you that one, that I did mention it first. Yes, I am bi. Like, am I bi other things? I'm like sort of ambidextrous. If you count me like being able to use like 20% of some certain things with my left hand. Permission? Oh dear. Who the fuck follows you on social media? Who are you? Listen, mods, you can go ahead. Personally, I am not very bothered by who this person is. But yeah, you can go. You can go. That was a ride of a conversation. Because imagine saying something like, "Hey, haha, you know, fucking like vaguely flirting pickup lines," and then asking about my sexual orientation, and then saying shit like, "Well, why are you talking about your social media? Who would follow you?" You're taking me for a roller coaster ride, buddy. On the before you even bought me dinner, which is so. He came in here to flirt in a negging way, which is so strange because maybe this isn't super apparent to people, but I've never had anyone really flirt with me in real life. Except for one time I went with on a date with someone on Bumble, and he was very forward in a way that I did not like. Like, forward in a way where I was like, please don't do that. Like, I just want us to hang out. And he still would not leave it alone, and I was like, okay, this isn't gonna work. You don't respect my boundaries. You just see this as a challenge in which I am not receptive to. Yeah. But otherwise, I am not someone that people generally find attractive enough to go out of their way for. So it's always so interesting to see what people on the internet feel entitled to say to me because I am out on the internet and they are anonymous. It's always very interesting. I appreciate not being the person saying inappropriate things for once. Well, sorry, that is in and of itself a little bit of an inappropriate thing to say. Even when you're not like the main character, sorry, you still gotta say something that's like, come on, man. It's almost like funny, but like, yeah. I'm not being super serious about it, but let's not make super light of the situation. That person was kind of being not alright. It's also funny whenever people come on here and they're very forward with me, you could say, and then I express some discomfort because obviously, you know, I am the streamer. I am talking to people in the auditorium, as is the metaphor I usually use. And if you come here and shout, like, hey! From the back, and I'm like, yeah? And you're, like, interrupting everyone, but I have to pay attention to you. You're like, what's your number? And I'm like, well, I can't, like, talk to you right now. It's kind of a public space. And the response is always, well, fuck you anyway. And like, nice. I love that we got there. World record speedrun and all. Did you guys know that, they're contrary to, you know, what you would think would not be real? I actually had a situation where guys would ask me out as a joke in middle school. Do you remember when, like, guys did that to girls who were obviously, like, not conventionally attractive and had self-esteem issues, and they just asked them, like, out as a joke, and, like, clearly as a joke, too? Because they were, like, surrounded by their friends, and their friends were, like, laughing. So you're like, oh, this isn't sincere. I am here to become a spectacle. You know? So, that actually did happen to me once. And the worst part is that it was with a guy I sort of liked. It was with a guy I was, like, kind of, sort of friends with, but not really, and I thought he was cute. And then he asked me that in front of his friends, and his friends were, like, you know, a few feet away, like, smiling and laughing to themselves. And I'm like, this isn't... Like, I had the self-esteem of a fucking walnut, and even I knew that, like, girl, stand up. Like, you're not gonna fall for this. And so I just said, no. Like, clearly this isn't sincere. And so he just, like, laughed and, like, shrugged it off and went away. And I'm like, wow, that's, like, the only and first time that someone's ever said that to me. And it was even with someone I sort of liked. So that was kind of devastating. But it's okay. My self-esteem is less tied to my availability to others now. So I'm dealing with it in a healthier way. But it's always interesting to reflect. It wasn't just dating stuff, it was just picking on weird and unconfident kids. Yeah! I think my school had that a lot, where, like, the weird kids were weirdly, like, befriended by the confident popular kids for no reason other than if they were in the friend group, sort of, they were an easy target. Like, it just felt very backhanded, a lot of the interactions I saw. Like, I never saw bullying to the extent that it was, you know, like, fucking bah, 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 you know, and all that. It was always backhanded. Maybe because I grew up in, like, a white, like, prominently right, like, suburban, school. So, a lot of the social environment is like, oh, you know, we're civilized, we're educated, backhanded tone and compliment. Wild shit. Can you believe I just free-handed that hand, by the way? Fucking fuck with me. I was lucky to not fall for it because I was always standoffish. Backhanded bullying was a nightmare to navigate. Dude, literally! Honestly, I think some of it wasn't even bullying, technically. I'm sure some people legitimately thought that they were doing the weird kids a favor by being, like, by hyping them up in a kind of insincere way. Like, one of the most I was well known to people in high school, not because I was generally well liked or popular, but because I was just fucking weird and people just knew me as, like, a weird person and either left me alone or just, like, befriended me. It's like a weird position to be in. There was this douche in my shop class that was performatively into Skyrim. He thought I would like games like that and would talk to it and always ask my— oh my god, Drax, that's so embarrassing! Who does that? Hey girl, you like Skyrim? Well, you know, Nova King and arrow to the knee, and I see you woken up very epic. That's really funny though, Eldritch. I understand that's kind of like a shitty memory to re-experience, but the fact that you put the sentence liking Skyrim performatively together, you have to admit that's a very funny sentence. Ah, you're finally awake. That's what it's called. Is that not Skyrim? Is that— what is it? Oh, it's not Skyrim, it's Fallout. Thanks, guys. Now, I'll never make that mistake again. I'll become true gamer. You cosplayed as Han Edge? Damn. Wait, I just realized the pun. Because they're on edge. But like honor or whatever. I honestly don't know if the reason why people were fairly chill with me in high school is because I was the good weird or no one wanted to fuck with me since your mom worked in the school system. Damn. I think it could be both, World Fire. I thought it was to hone edge. It could be both. I'm saying that because it's clever if it was both, and also I would be half right. Think about it. I had a friend who, for years, who abandoned me, ghosted, and quit talking to me. And I think it was because they wanted to be on a higher social ring and I was holding her back. And she became embarrassed to become friends with That fucking sucks, bro. The whole like I have to cut out this person if I ever want to become better, quote unquote, which is fucked up. I feel like I've never cut out someone for that purpose, like even as a child, because I think it's because I never was socially even conscious enough to know where to start when it comes to doing something so manipulative. Nice to have the power of mom on your side. Yeah, it does sound nice. I want to see the Hone Edge. Or Hon Edge or whatever. Damn! Eldritch, damn! With the sword? With the sword and the hat and the eye and the sword? Pretty epic. It could be because I'm autistic and she had niche. She also had niche. Just, we were younger with good friends in high school. She realized we are not the same. You are on the spectrum. Doki Doki! I was like, I know those words. Still pink, still blue. Ah! Did you give them thicker lips? Okay, sure. Actually, I gave them 0 lips, so like any lip. this song have to do with aquariums? I don't know. Fucking learn Japanese and figure it out. Glad you like the cosplay. I'm a little self-conscious about how I look in it. The costume ain't what I really want to be. I think it's cool. What do you mean? Based on this Jinka, the artist left the internet. I've unofficially adopted the Jinka. And it's a cool Jinka. Jinka. Always had trouble. I know it's Japanese. Jinka. Jinka. You know what? I will, just to spite you and show how this song has nothing to do with aquariums. You will learn out of spite. Good. I love to be the source of people's motivations to do something with their lives, even if it's out of spite. I did that. Me. By the way, guys, I don't know if you can see this, but, show you big. I recently bought big ass fuck. Went to Staples. Very careful now. Bought a big. Oh, put my stickers in. Look, they're in there. Sorry, I bumped to the mic. Look, this is the little. I love fucking compartmentalizing things. It's in the bins. Look at this one. It's all my Kirby's. Gotta go with the orders. Ah, my god! I just dropped a bunch. Well, I'll fish them out later. Betty. Anyway, I actually dropped like. Stream pause. I'm gonna fish under my desk to go get it. Hold on. I'll get it. But I found it! I found him! I found him! I think I only dropped one. Dropped one. Okay, we're good. Good. Oh, I don't know. What's the best selling of your ship stickers? That's a good question. I would say that's... It's actually been a really high variety that's been getting sold. There's no one that's like demonstrably a lot, but I would say people do like the dumbass and the oh no they're my dumbass. People also like the chaos and the one who is into that. But for the most part, it's been pretty even. the kinds that people like. May I request Baba Is You playlist? The whole playlist, boy? I don't know about that. Request some songs. Certainly. Ooh, sorry, I'm sleepy. Hooray for capitalism! Hooray for supporting independent artists! Use you. Baba Is You is the best and most shit. I just yawned too. It's contagious. I made you yawn. No. Oh no. Whatever will I do? Making further influencing people in chat to go to bed on time. What can I do? This is the worst. Saimatsu. You are selling art in order to make a profit, in order to make more art to sell. Listen. Maybe I am drawing things specifically just to commodify them. Maybe that is a thing I'm doing. But have you considered that I need money to survive? Not easy. Not easy being squeezy. Anyway, I'm gonna post this. Following the vibe. For silly Bayo. Bayo who is silly. Oh my god, take this with a grain of salt, but if you yawn, you're an empath. So I'm such an empath. Oh my gosh. It's like when I see other people like feel things and do things, it makes me feel things and do things. Oh my god, we're so connected. It's like humans are like connected on this spiritual level, like our chakras are so aligned. So that means like if you yawn and that makes me yawn, and that means I'm like so connected. I don't understand people on a deeper level than normal, which makes me so special and connected with my the Mimikin. Honestly, I'm willing to restart this one because I'm not super satisfied with it. But yeah, I remember all the other guys and I'm happy about it. My boo-boo, Jax. Interesting how Jax and Keys has become a reoccurring thing. Same with Ragatha and Knives. We love to see that. We love to see it continue to happen. Yeah. Luli Lalu is complete. And also I'm tired. So I think we may do a Sengang raid. Because it's still early enough that I would expect people to want to watch someone after that. I am the opposite of an empath. I feel nothing. When I see people breathing, I stop breathing. I'm not like you sheeple. What the fuck? Sorry, I just logged into Twitch and I should give them attention, but I just saw this and I'm like, is that real? Chat, is that real? I don't think that's real. Anyway, big boobs. Anyway. Let's see. Actually no one I know, so let's go to the art category. Raid to find out. I'm fucking not doing that. But let's go on to From... Oh, also guys, so obviously today, art, digital circus, etc. Tomorrow, more Ace Attorney. So look forward to that. Also, it's Mermaid. Actually, I wonder if we can rate this person. Max Marin Art. It's also water themed, so you know, sticking with theme, you know, thanks. Oh, is that an old lady mermaid? Oh, it's an old lady mermaid. No! Does that say hashtag Bitcoin? Ew. Oh. Oh. Sorry. No. Sorry. We could have had it all. We really could have. Bitcoin are one of those things. I mean, like, I think there is a world in which I can see, like, a non-government regulated currency that is online being useful, but the you know, the issue with having things that are non-government regulated is that when something gets fucked up, you can't go running to the government and point at someone and go, "They did this," because you're the one who run it unregulated. People are gonna take advantage of that and fuck other people over. And what are the consequences? Next to nil. But also, like, look at this cutie. Let's rate this person. They're like a space cowboy. More like bitchcoin. Got him.
You know he come to my home for summers. You know he come to my
No! Old people!
The gecko was born ready, and his parents argued with me.
While they're doing that, let's go back to Sai. I'm not yawning. You didn't see anything. If I were to sketch a second one, probably... You think I should... The funniest idea I have on Earth is literally just drawing a man who looks like this.